Hi, I'm Virginia Willing, and I'm in Nathan Braun's computer introduction to computers class, and I'm just gonna talk to you about my last uh, project presentation about technology. My earliest memories of technology are watching television on a small screen in black and white. I was probably about 5 years old. That was a long time ago. And I had spent the night with a friend. It was a Saturday morning, and we were watching Mighty Mouse. I can still hear what Mighty Mouse had to say. Mighty Mouse is on the way. Here I am to save the day. Mighty Mouse was a cartoon that was shown on Saturday mornings on CBS, and it ran for 12 seasons. It started in 1955 and ended in 1967. The cartoon was simple and focused on a mouse as a superhero. He was super strong, and he had powers that allowed him to even turn back time, fly, and he was totally invincible. In my day and age, it was a treat and a privilege to be allowed to watch cartoons on a Saturday morning. It was a simple life during the times when I grew up. We did not have cell phones or electronic games to play. All of the games we played were either board games or ones that we played together as a group in the yard, of course. If you were not from my generation, you probably never played games like Simon Says, Red Rover, and Ring Around the Rosie. These were games that we played in our neighborhood with our friends and with each other. The best thing about living in this era was that our parents believed that we needed to be outside, and it was important to them that we were able to run off excess energy, learn to play and cooperate with others, and get plenty of sunshine and exercise. Kids were not allowed to sit under their parents and listen to adult conversations. It kept the necessary separation between adults and children. Children were expected to be children and did not have to take on the roles and responsibilities of their parents. It was a way to keep children innocent and free from the worries that their parents had. If only that were true today. It would be nice if we could go back to a more simple time and make kids less aware of the challenges and problems associated with being a parent today. We need to put the focus back where it belongs, which is on the children, protecting them from harm and keeping them safe. The first technology that I ever owned of my own was when I was 13 years old. I got a bicycle for Christmas, and I got a little black radio that was shaped like a poodle and had a little short leash on it. So I would ride my bicycle and attach my radio to my handlebars and listen to music. Those presents were really great, some of the best I ever had. I remember riding my bike all over our neighborhood and even places outside of our neighborhood. And I had my radio attached to the handlebars and listened to music as I rode my bike. I remember coasting down a hill and listening to Olivia Newton-John sing. As I rode my bike, I remember that I thought it could never get any better than this. I was lucky to live in a time where I was allowed to have freedom, explore my world, and not have to worry about predators out to do me harm. I still remember the feeling of joy and exhilaration that I got from just riding my bike and listening to my radio. I enjoyed having a radio. It allowed me to be exposed to music, and everything from country to pop to some rock and roll. At home, we listened to country music frequently, artists such as Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty. My mother before she passed away, had introduced us to the sounds of Elvis Presley and Doris Day. She had those big vinyl records or albums and played them often. And when I was younger, we also went to drive-in movies and watched quite a few of Elvis Presley movies. I think my most favorite movie he ever was in was Flaming Star. It never ceases to amaze me how much time our parents spent with us and all the different things they exposed us to. Sorry, I'm just jumping around. Simple pleasures like the sound of music filling the house, going to the drive-in theater, and if we were lucky at the drive-in, we got popcorn and a soda. It did not stop there. We went on picnics, we went fishing, we went camping. It was great to be a child back then because you knew you were loved and knew how to behave and respect your elders, or you would have known what the consequences were. Just about here. My, how times have changed since I was a child. I could never have imagined our technology-filled world today. It's hard to believe that cell phones have only been around for 45 years. That seems strange, but the first cell phones were just mobile phones, and they had about 30 minutes of talk time, and it took 10 hours to recharge. Hand Handheld phones were not available. Oh, I already said that. Sorry. The range was somewhat limited and did not offer encrypted security. In the 1990s, cell phones were developed to be more the ones we use today. I use my cell phone on a regular basis. I use it to keep up with friends and family. I do not have a data package, so my phone is a basic phone. I travel frequently, and having a cell phone allows my husband to make sure that I'm okay. I watch television occasionally and record things I like to watch when I have time. Of course, I listen to my radio in my car and often sing along to the music, but only when I'm by myself. I would not subject anyone to my singing. My talents are definitely not in that department. I access YouTube on my computer, and at this moment I'm uploading a video that my granddaughter recorded for me earlier today, and the process has been extremely slow to upload to YouTube. It's been over 12 hours, and my 10-minute video is still uploading. It is the video for one of my classes, and I still have one more video to upload. Envisioning multimedia technologies in 20 years, Lord only knows what the future is going to hold when it comes to technology. Some envision a society taken over by the very machines that we have created. According to Wikipedia, computer technology will continue to play an important role. As more information is able to be entered, processed, and stored, the smarter computer systems become. Artificial intelligence that has been programmed by humans will only become more intense and could, in our imagination, assume a mind of its own. It's kind of scary to think that technology could evolve to this. I would like to think that it could not happen, and I sincerely hope that it does not. Computer technology is not the only multimedia that has the potential to change. I believe that cell phones will continue to evolve and become even more valuable to consumers. They are already to pinpoint the location of a person due to tracking, and hopefully they can be used in the future to give, well, they can do that, an exact location of a person. This would be extremely helpful when looking for a missing person, particularly when it comes to find a missing child. I am not a proponent of any implanted tracking devices in people. It seems very strange and too invasive, and if it were meant to be a way to always know where someone is, even if it was meant to know where someone always is, this could be helpful with a patient with dementia or a child, however. But once again, the risk versus benefit would have to be weighed. There are so many things that have to be considered with the use of potential future technologies. Where would the lines be drawn between what is right and what is wrong? Would these technologies be used to keep people under the control of others, or would it be a way to help those that are disadvantaged safe? Whatever the future holds for all of us, technology has to be used appropriately. Society has to be always aware and keep up with any changes that could affect the way we live. Big Brother is associated, I remember when there was a book about the future that talked about Big Brother. Of course, that's been over 40 years ago, so I don't remember exactly, but Big Brother is associated with the government and how invasive technology can be. Do we need to be under scrutiny from every angle? I think that all of this ability for technology that is currently being used today has the potential for the loss of privacy. And that is one area of our lives that needs to remain intact. Whatever happens in the next 20 years, I just hope that it is something that will help society, not hurt it. Thank you.